Oh, I'm so bad at these. Welcome to the video. We are doing our warm-up for a little jog right now. Trying to make sure that our knees are happy and healthy. And we're not doing great at it. This is gonna be a weird week because I don't have like a theme. We'll see what this video is gonna be like. It's gonna be an interesting one. So we're gonna go do a run today. Gonna be 30, maybe 35 minutes. Not sure exactly how long we're gonna do. I'm gonna try and bring a tripod and see if I can go get a little footage. Probably not with this, maybe just with my phone, so it might not be the best quality, but we're gonna give it a shot. I did update the watch to show on my wrist the cadence as I'm running. So hopefully that'll be helpful. All right, running into a really interesting issue. I can keep my cadence up. Seems to be running smoother. I'm running faster, and so I don't really know how to make my cadence fast and my run slow, but I think I found a good spot to set up where I can run back and forth 2 or 3 times. Let's see how I look. Grill me. Okay, towards the end of the run here, I can certainly feel my form starting to slow down. I can see it on the numbers, so it might be valuable getting a little bit of footage at the end of the run too. So let's compare and contrast. Okay, done with the run. I'm gonna do a quick bike ride, just getting the practice in. I did notice that my feet are scuffing a little bit when I'm running. I'm sure that's something to fix. I'm not so concerned about it right now. So I've been editing the last vlog. I don't really know how transition works, so we'll see how the transition goes. About to jump on the Peloton, doing just an hour and then a little warm down, and we'll see you at the end. So today's ride was actually really interesting. I haven't done a lot of rides like this. It was with Matt Wilpers and it was a Power Zone ride. It was exclusively focused on the output number in the middle, which once again, I've got no clue how it translates from Peloton to not Peloton. I was trying to keep it between 160 and 170 output. Here's the stats. And then immediately here's like the graph thing. And we'll see. I don't really know how to... I just use the default zones. I don't know what zone, I don't know if that's correct or not. I don't know if that could have been a complete waste of a workout, but you know what? It's an hour on the Peloton. Continuing with the bad transition, we're gonna... All right, over here at the pool. Pretty stupid set today. I'm doing an hour, seeing how far I can get. Comment below real quick before I pause. See how far you think I'm gonna go. I've got a number in my head. All right, just got back from the pool a few minutes ago. Certainly hurting. I'll count that as a hard workout. I was pushing. This is your last chance to throw it out in the comments how far you think I went in the 1 hour. 4,200 yards, which is I think exactly how much an Ironman is. It was pretty sick. Almost got the sub 1 hour split there. See ya for the next thing. No, here's me updating the stat sheet. Look at me go. Boom, boom, record. Wow. All right, we're gonna do our quick run warm up. We're gonna focus on 2 new things today. First is literally just like running in place and then just slowly lean forward and you kind of start to move along. And the second is that you can kind of maneuver by driving your knee forward. But the person I was watching was saying, don't think about running as bringing your knee forward. Think about it as pushing your leg down. So you come here and you're pushing downwards instead of pulling upwards. So we're gonna try that. Oh, just got back from the run. That was so sick. I'm so pumped about that. It was a little over 20 minutes. And I mean, check the stats here. We'll give it a nice wide lean. I never give it enough room. I think that's the first run I've done where I've managed to keep my heart rate low. And I didn't really have any pain except for my muscles, which I'm pretty sure are tired from the swim yesterday. If I was ever feeling like I was losing it, slow down, go way slower, figure out the form again, try and lean a little bit. And it was working. I think it was working. This is the first step in unlocking how to run correctly. I'm super pumped about that. Let's talk through our goals. Let's go over to the bedroom, move my face out of the way. Let's get ourselves a nice little animation in post. And by that, I mean, good luck me in the future, because I don't know how to animate this, but we're going to give it a good shot. I mean, the first goal is really obvious. I want to finish an Ironman by 2027. And if that doesn't happen, I want to finish one by the time I'm 35. Let's add on some like stretch goals and push goals there, because it's kind of fun. Not gonna be too bummed if these don't happen. Realistically, just want to see if I can do it. You've seen the training so far, maybe this is your first episode. Welcome to the vlog. But if you've watched before, you understand that I have so little experience that this is all speaking completely hypothetical, and I don't have a lot of weight to hold on this, except for maybe the swim. I think I can do it in under 12 hours. And it seems plausible on paper, even though everything feels really impossible on paper. And so let's go through the math. The swim is 2.4 miles, roughly 4,200 yards. If you're holding 1:15 for the whole time, you'll come in at 52 minutes, 48 seconds. If you're holding 120s, you're coming in at 56 minutes. If you're holding 125s, you're coming in right under an hour, 59:50. If you hold 130s, which is kind of cruising for me, you're coming in 103. So realistically, hour, maybe an hour and 5 minutes for the swim if I'm feeling really bad. Moving on to the bike. We've got 112 miles on a bike. Now, the last time I rode 112 miles on the bike, once again, was never. We just learned how to ride a bike. The closest I have is I can do about an hour on the Peloton and pretty consistently hold 20 miles an hour at a mediocre heart rate, again, like a month into training. The problem is I don't know if the Peloton is equivalent to riding an actual bicycle. If we go 18 miles an hour, that puts us in at 6:13. 19 miles an hour puts us in under 6 hours, so 5:53. If we bump it to 20 miles an hour, that's a 5:36 bike leg. 21 miles an hour would be 5:20. 22 miles an hour is 5:05. I think a 6-hour bike time is actually possible, assuming that the Peloton speed translates to bike, and that I can bike for 6 hours, and that the hills don't have too big of an impact, and all these other factors that I have no idea. So realistically, it's a big question mark. Then we've got the run. And that's just a pretty simple marathon. We got 26.2 miles. And the last time I ran a marathon was, once again, never. I've never done any distance running. I have no idea what I can actually run. I've never ran after a bike. I've never ran after a swim. I've never ran just the running part. So let's just look at it. If we're running a 9-minute mile for the whole marathon, after the bike, after the swim, that seems like a stretch. I agree with you. It seems like a stretch. That throws us in at 3:55. If we do a 9:30 mile, that puts us in at 4:08. A 10-minute mile for the whole marathon, after the bike, after the swim, 4:22. 10:30 puts us in at 4:35. And so 11 puts us in at 4:48. So if we look at 10:30, 4:35, that seems a little bit doable as well. And so if you take all of those together, again, on paper, if you add it up, that's an hour for the swim, 6 for the bike, that's 7, plus 4.5 for the run. That puts me at 11.5 hours. Throw in 25 minutes for both transitions, which I have no idea how to do also. And maybe a little bit of wiggle room for something to go a little bit wrong. Maybe, who knows? I'm sure something will go wrong. That puts me in 11:55. That seems possible. As of now, I don't have enough experience to convince myself that I'm absolutely insano. You guys probably know this better than I do. Am I way off here? Do any of these seem like I'm absolutely insano? It seems doable. Pool's a little crowded this morning, not going to show it too much. Morning Masters. You know the drill, not filming. We'll show you after. What's the set, how we did. Post swim, didn't really feel like doing the recap in the car, so I'm just going to do it right here. I guess if we move you maybe this way, we can put the setup over there. Pretty tough set today. It was, let's see, main set 3 times through 6 100s. First round, 3 up base, 2 base -5, 1 at base -10, 50 easy, minute rest. Second round, 2, 2, 2. 2 at 130, 2 at 125, 2 at 120, 50 easy, minute rest. Third round, 1, 2, 3. 1 at 130, 2, 225, 3 at 120. Made the first two, felt pretty rough. A lot of people were hurting on this set today. So we threw on fins for the third round, a little cheat, but all good. We're doing something really exciting right now. I'm going to a bike store. Okay, I'm actually going to like 3 bike stores. I have a plan. I'm gonna go and try and get some information from people to figure out what kind of bike maybe I should be looking at. I do have a consult with someone for a bike fit on Monday. I'm not exactly sure if I need to buy a bike for that or if I go there without a bike or whatever, but we'll bring you along. I might not bring you for the consult, but I'll keep you informed. I'm also looking at a bike from Facebook Marketplace. So it's pretty unlikely, but there is a chance that in like 2 hours, I purchase a bike, but I don't think so. Good. Wow, that's probably gonna get cut. Although now that I said that, maybe not. Good morning. So yesterday we learned some really interesting stuff. I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pay a little bit of stupid tax on this one. I just don't know enough about bikes or cycling or what to be looking for or not looking for or might be problematic to go used. And so I think that there's actually a pretty big benefit to me of going for a new bike. Today, we have an interesting plan. We're gonna take the bike that I've been borrowing and go over to my buddy's house, and there's a trail along his area that we can just ride around. The plan is to do a workout on the actual bicycle and see how it goes. The shot is so bad. Oh, it's bumpy. It's bumpy. Alrighty, heading back home from the bike ride. We went for about like an hour and a half, and it was a little longer than I was expecting. I think that's my longest bike ride. Maybe did like 14 or 15 miles. I don't remember. We'll have to check when we get home, add it to the sheet. I'm sure you can see the stats on the side of my face somewhere. My buddy Sam, shout out Sam if you're watching, but he liked to notice a lot of things going wrong with the bike. Things are squeaky. He oiled up the chain. He did some other things. And I'm like, I'm not fixing this bike. Who cares? That's not the point. The point's for me to practice. He took me off the trail once onto some of like the dirt trail. That did not go well. And so we stayed on the paved trail the rest of the time. Yeah, the few spots where we tried to push some speed a little bit, got our heart rate up. I'm pretty excited that I could get a good workout in doing that. Definitely a few moments that were a little wobbly, but overall felt pretty comfortable actually riding. There were some bumpy spots I did fine. There was some uphill I did fine. There was some downhill I did fine. I did learn something interesting. I was too scared to try to do drinking of the water bottle whilst riding. So if I was thirsty or needed a sip of some beverage, I did have to stop, like pull over to the side of the trail and stop. That's something on the to-do list to learn. All right, just got off a call. I did a bike consult with someone. I've learned some interesting things. 1, we're gonna stick with the mountain bike for a little bit. 2, I have registered for like a bike riding safety course thing. I don't think I'm ready to go and purchase a road bike. That's probably going to be maybe around April. I'm convinced at this point in time, as a very novice cyclist and bicycle rider, I think the run is going to be the hardest part for me to figure out. Good morning. I'm being quiet. About to go head out on a run. I woke up before my alarm, so we go run. Don't really have a plan. I'm just going to go, focus on form, focus on being safe. All right, well, good morning out here as well. About to get going. I optimistically brought the shades, and I've unoptimistically brought a long sleeve shirt. So we'll see how the weather does. But we're basically just going to go for a jog until I guess I'm tired. Probably around half an hour. Kind of the goal. I'm not even looking the right direction. Look at the camera. It's just, how many episodes am I into this? I should know to look at the camera. Finish up the run. Certainly didn't need the sunglasses. Definitely improving. Just did half an hour. So I'll take it. We're on the way. It's not going to come easy. It's not going to be a fast thing. A little bit of patience. We'll be good. We'll see you probably tomorrow for the Peloton. Morning. Happy Valentine's Day. It is Saturday. I have not worked out in a few days. I don't even remember what happened last in the vlog. We'll have to see what happens in the transition. Feeling a little sick, feeling a little tired, not sleeping great. So today, goal, pretty simple. Survive morning masters practice. All right, done with morning practice. Main set today. Let's move the camera this way so we can put it over here. It's a weird one. We did a really odd shaped pyramid. It was 2 times through, 4 25s, 3 100s at base, 4 50s. Then we go back down, 4 50s, 3 100s, base -5, then 4 25s. Second round, we did 4 22, 2 24. Got a little chit chat in the hot tub after with some of the other master swimmers and learning about some triathlon stuff because a lot of them do try. But I do think I'm gonna put some effort into getting some lessons. So we have a bike lesson coming up. I might go get some running lessons. I'll join the local tri club and we'll go from there.